What do you mean by demonstration? Explain. Demonstration, a strategy of teaching with regard to its various aspects. Meaning of demonstration. A demonstration is that method in which a verbal interaction between the teacher and the pupils is encouraged. As a result of this interaction, pupils acquire new knowledge very conveniently. The demonstration method is used in the teaching of science subject, but this method can also be used successfully in the teaching of art, craft, or various experimental subjects. Using demonstration method successfully, the teacher should also use essentially the techniques like verbal presentation, exposition, and the description. In order to make success of demonstration method, 3 things are necessary. The objects being displayed during display should not be so small. There should be no use of tough language or difficult words. The pupils should be allowed to remove their difficulties by questing with teacher. Characteristics of demonstration. Demonstration is done in a simple way and it occurs gradually. Students find the solution of problems themselves and also they search out the problem themselves. In this strategy, attention is paid to all the students, equally. The goals and objectives of demonstration are very clear. It is well-planned strategy. Time is given for rehearsal before demonstration. Experiments are demonstrated keeping in mind the time and weeder. Precautions for using demonstration method. There must be a provision of blackboard. There should be excessive quantity of teaching aids so that it can be kept as standby in case of any breakdown. There should be proper place for demonstration. The size of the class should also be kept in mind. Questions should be asked to increase the reasoning and thinking power of the students. The size of the teaching aids should be larger so that it is visible to all the pupils. The sitting plan should be such that everybody may observe the activities during demonstration. Noting down the important points should be recommended. Steps of demonstration method. Planning and preparation. Actually, the demonstration method is a tough test of teacher's ability. Therefore, he should get prepared for this. He must keep the following things in mind. Subject matter. Lesson notes. It should also include the questions to be asked. Collection of essential equipment and their management. Rehearsal of complete experiments. Introducing the lesson. It would be useless to start the lesson without motivating the students and without preparing them mentally. The lesson should be presented in a problematic way, so that the students may understand the significance of the related subject. As the teacher boosts the motivation level and interest level of the student, he earns half the success. Presentation of subject matter. In demonstration, presentation of subject matter is very significant. The teacher can present it in a comprehensive way. All depends upon the teacher. Inefficient teacher may present it in a narrow manner. Performance of experiments. The performance on the demonstration table should be ideal for the students. The demonstration table should be neat and clean. Untidy table may cause interruptions during demonstration. Chalkboard work. Chalkboards prove very useful in demonstration. Mainly it is used to achieve the 2 objectives. Writing in brief the important results and principles. Making important figures and diagrams. Copying and supervision. The demonstration will be incomplete unless and until the students do not copy summary and figures from the chalkboard. Merits of demonstration method. Psychological method. It is a psychological method because it does not involve students' imagination. However, they are shown concrete objects and live specimens. Consequently, they take active part in reading-writing process. It also motivates their interest in science. Costly apparatus. It proves very useful when the apparatus is very costly and breakable, because students are very conscious while using this equipment with sensitivity. Useful in dangerous or risky experiments. This method is useful in risky experiments such as presentation of chlorine, burning of hydrogen. Economical. This method is economical also when teacher faces the scarcity of equipment for individual students. He can demonstrate before the entire class. It saves time also. Time saving. Time can be saved by using this method. In comparison to experimental method, this method consumes less time. Based on activities. Although this method is not pupil-centered, even then pupils can be busy in various activities, such as supervision, seeking comments, seeking answers to questions, making figures, etc. Sometimes, students can also be involved in performing or conducting the experiments. Useful for everyone. It is an useful method for all types of students such as middle class, mentally retarded and gifted, etc. Through this strategy all the students can be taught with the same speed. Demerits of demonstration method, not based on experiences. In this situation, students cannot be benefited with direct and personal experiences. Not child-centered. It is not child-centered. In this process, the pupil cannot participate actively. The ultimate responsibility of conducting the experiment lies with the teacher and he can do it as he wishes. Hence, to some extent, this method is authoritarian. Not based on learning by doing. There is not place for learning by doing. Obstacle in progress. Students lack the skills relating to the laboratory. Not based on scientific attitude. This method does not provide the training of scientific methods, so the students lack the progress in scientific approach. No scope for individual differences. It doesn't make use of individual differences. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share for more videos.